Hi students, now we will discuss about the colligative properties. So in solution chapter, this colligative properties concept is very important for board exams, for the competitive exams. Majorly they will ask the questions from this concept only. So be perfect in this colligative properties concept. See here, colligative properties means the properties of the solutions which depends on number of the solute particles present in the solution is known as the colligative properties. So in the starting of this chapter we discuss the solutions are three types. Those are the true solutions, colloidal solution and the suspension solutions. That are three classifications based on the size of solute particles. So in the true solution, and again the properties of any solution is depends upon the number of solute particles present in the solution. Those properties are known as the colligative properties. So it means the colligative properties are independent on the nature of the solute. For example, you can take a one beaker A you can take. So in this beaker A you can take the A solution, and in beaker B you can take the B solution. Assume that in a solution A 1 mole of sodium chloride is there. In solution B 2 moles of sodium chloride is present. So here 1 mole of sodium chloride can undergo dissociation. We can get a Na plus and Cl minus. Means how many solute particles are there? Only 2 solute particles are there. Now if you take the 2 moles of sodium chloride, then we can get the 2 Na plus and 2 Cl minus. Means overall we can get the 4 ions. The solute particles are 4 and here the solute particles are 2. Means out of this A and B solution, the solution B is having more colligative properties than the solution A. So means the properties of solution A and solution B is depends upon the number of solute particles irrespective of the nature of the solute. Such type of the properties are known as the colligative properties. And here these colligative properties are directly proportional to the concentration. Means as the concentration is increases, number of solute particles also increases. Means as number of solute particles are increases, the concentration is increases. When the concentration is increases, the colligative properties also increases. So this concentration is also depends upon the number of moles. Now see here, only 1 mole of sodium chloride and 2 moles of sodium chloride. Out of these two, the sodium 2 moles of sodium chloride contains more concentration. We will see the example. Here concentration is equal molarity or normality or molality into number of ions formed by the ionization of the solute. For example, 0.2 molarity of aluminum sulfate contains how much concentration? Now here concentration is the 0.2 into 2. Means here aluminum atoms we can get the 2 and the sulfate ions we can get the 3. For example, if this aluminum sulfate can undergo dissociation, we can get a 2Al3 plus 3 moles of sulfate ion. Means the total number of ions formed by this solute is 5. Then we can get the 0.5 into 0.2 into 2 plus 0.2 into 6, then we can get the 1 molarity. So not only this one, even we can take the one more example. For example, one 0.1 molarity of magnesium chloride contains how much concentration? So when magnesium chloride undergo dissociation, we can get the Mg plus 2 plus 2Cl minus. Then here concentration is equal molarity into number of ions formed by the ionization of this compound, that is molarity is the 0.1 into total number of ions formed after the dissociation of magnesium chloride is 3 ions, then we can get the 0.3 molarity. And some non-electrolytes like urea, sucrose, maltose. So when this does not undergo ionization, so that these compounds are having the concentration or dissociation value is the only 1, or we can take the 0 also. So here we will write urea, sucrose, glucose, maltose, does not undergo dissociation or does not undergo ionization, so that these are having the 0 concentration. And here we'll come to the main topic, colligative properties. So 4 are there. One is relative lowering of vapor pressure, second one is elevation in the boiling point, third one is depression in the freezing point, and the fourth one is the osmotic pressure. So in that, first we will see the relative lowering of vapor pressure, and we know that relative lowering of vapor pressure means what? It is the ratio between the lowering of vapor pressure and vapor pressure of the pure solvent is known as the relative lowering of vapor pressure. So according to the Raoult's law, relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to mole fraction of the solute. And here we know that mole fraction of the solute is equal to number of moles of solute by number of moles of solute plus number of moles of solvent. Now we know that for dilute solutions, number of moles of solute is very less than the number of moles of solvent. So dilute solution means what? The solution in which amount of the solute is very less is known as the dilute solution, so that this number of moles of solute in denominator side is the negligible. Then we can take mole fraction of the solute is equal number of moles of the solute upon number of moles of the solvent. And here again we know that to find out the number of moles of the solute is equal weight of the solute by molecular weight of the solute. So to differentiate, we can take weight of the solute is the B and molecular weight of the solute is the MB, and number of moles of solvent is equal weight of the solvent by molecular weight of the solvent. Now you can substitute this number of moles of solute and solvent in this equation. Then mole fraction of the solute is equal, so WB by MB into MA by WA. Now this mole fraction of the solute you can substitute in this equation. Then here what we can get? So P naught minus P by P naught is equal mole fraction of the solute is that equation is what? WB by MB into MA by WA. Then we can write WB by MB into MA by WA, and from this we can calculate the MB, molecular weight of the solute, is equal WB into MA into P naught by P naught minus P into WA, and this is the equation is useful to calculate the molecular weight of the solute by using the relative lowering of vapor pressure.